Alrighty, hello, welcome everyone seeing this in the future. My name is Russian Juggernaut. Today I got something a little bit different. I'm not too sure what this will wind up being. I was just kind of looking through the old footage on my PlayStation 4, all the old video capture whatevers that I've got. And I came across this bit of just interesting gameplay from year one of D2. As you can see, all my gear has no icons on it. It's all base gear. You got the Uriel's Gift, you got the Dire Promise without it having the newest season icon on it. It's very interesting. I even got like the old school gunsmith too. I don't know, it's just a lot of really old interesting footage. You can see there's even a sudden death shotgun just chilling out in the heavy slot. Because that's not what it used to be. It wasn't the heavy slot. I don't even remember what they used to call it, honestly. Maybe they did call it the heavy slot, but it didn't really feel like that's where all the heavies were, because I mean, you got fusion rifles in there along with, again, shotgun, and then later on even there's even secondary grenade launchers. Those were in the heavy slot back then. I don't even remember that. Like, as far as I've ever can really remember, secondary grenade launchers were secondary grenade launchers. They were always in the secondary elemental slot, or whatever you want to call it. It was just so interesting seeing what has changed and what hasn't changed. Also, you want to talk about something that hasn't changed.
You just never quit, do you?
You just never quit, do you? Took out Gaul, woke up the Traveler, and now half of blah 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 blah. That voice line has never changed. It's the same damn thing every single time that you go and try to grab your weekly stuff from her. Maybe one day we can hope, maybe one day, but I just thought that was also hilarious. Man, you got the old quest line for the exotic shotgun from the first raid too. You can see that sitting in my inventory for the power weapons. That's what they called it, power weapons. Looking a sudden death as a power weapon. Definitely not. Definitely not. Man, and then the faction war or whatever was going on between Dead Orbit and the other two, Future War Cult, and whatever the third one was, I don't even remember. Third one had nice shaders, but that was really all I ever went for with it. Man, the other thing I find fascinating is this right here. Look at that. Like, the star chart. It just looks so much different back then. It is quite bright and everything, and man, now we don't even have Titan anymore. I think it was Io. Didn't Io go away, or was it Nessus? No, Nessus is the one that has Failsafe, and Failsafe is still around. Io is the one that disappeared now. Man, it's just interesting reminiscing about all these old activities and stuff that are no longer there. There I am going to Io, which you can't go to anymore because it's not there. Io has just poofed off into the ether. Man. But then you can still visit it if you go into a Crucible match that happens to be on the planet, because for whatever reason they kept the Crucible maps on it. I don't understand that part. Which, I mean, I guess whatever, if it's a map that people actually like. Because, I mean, PvP is fickle. If there's a map that they don't like, then, I mean, obviously they would rather that map disappear than the other one, regardless of the fact that the entire planet disappeared. Like... And then I guess this was the entire reason why I saved this video clip, was because I seen that little bit of, witch tier void essence whatever. I don't even know. I don't even know why I came here. Why I came to IO and then just started doing this random public event in the middle of nowhere. Like, what? Why? Man, seeing the Uriel's gift in action again, dude. Sheesh. All hadn't been for that one little bit of Taken essence just floating there, I never would have saved this clip. I never would have seen all this stuff years later. Any stuff like that makes me appreciate the small stuff in life. The little things that you just did for no apparent reason other than lol, screw it. Allowing you to reminisce about the past. Man, you want to talk about something to give them props for. The mod system. Finally, we have a decent mod system. Like, and then stats, look at that in the bottom right. There's only mobility, resilience, and recovery. They didn't even have the other stuff for grenades, your super ability, melee ability. All that stuff wasn't there. But now it's all there finally. We got a revamped and an evolved mod system. That is major props from me. Especially when it comes to like the season pass mods, the ones that are for the Taken barriers and the fucking overlords and all that gobbledygook. The fact that those mods go onto your armor now rather than onto the weapon is a godsend. Because man, did it suck not being able to use the correct mod weapons that you wanted to use on a weapon in PvE. That was so annoying. And then having to swap it back and forth. And for it to cost Glimmer too, that was just another slap in the cock. Like, why? Why even do that? I never understood it, but luckily, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Now that I've been looking at the old footage, I figure why not, let's look at some new footage going to D2 right now. What I've got going on right now, and I don't know, look at some of the similar stuff from back then. What I seen in that little preview, also apparently the Dawning is here. I didn't even know that. I haven't been touching this at all, actually. I have not loaded this game up in quite a few weeks, actually. I don't know why. Every year I never end up playing the Dawning. Every year. Taking a look here, like the old-fashioned. Now, every single bit of armor that you see, every single weapon has a little icon over it. That's not a thing that you see anymore, and I don't know. Seeing that on the old footage, it's interesting seeing that and not seeing any icons on any weapon, any armor, anything. It's so very interesting to me. I don't know why. Maybe that's just me. But and just the detail of weapons has like slowly been going up. You don't see like the simplicity of, say, the Merciless, which is one of the first exotic weapons on that came out in D2 when I first launched. Like this, the design is so simple of it, or for it rather, you know, kind of like that simplicity in design that has almost been getting slowly worked out more and more in favor for like a intricate design, like the symmetry rifle. Like looking at that, it has so much more detail in it than a lot of the older exotics do. And that's not to say that all the old exotics don't have a bunch of detail. I mean, like the Cold Heart, that thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a little simple, but at the same time, I don't know. They also just need to redo this, make it not arc and make it actually be, you know, cold damage or whatever, dark. That would be dope, I think, in my mind, but maybe that'd be asking too much. Getting off track, though. Let us go to the tower, since that was one of the places that I visited in that old footage. I don't know, just look around the tower a little bit, see the sights for what they used to be versus what they are. Yeah, like just look at all the stats that you get out of it. Like armor rolls actually being a thing now. I remember playing D1 and never worrying about the stats of my armor. I remember playing base D2 and never worrying about the stats of my armor. But then eventually they actually added stats and made it worthwhile to, you know, look at the stats of armor and choose whether you're going to keep something based off of that. Oh my word. I mean, obviously the tower is going to look way different currently. Wow. I actually was not expecting this at all. Shit. I mean, this kind of throws my little comparison out the window because obviously it's going to be completely different. I mean, it's near the end of Christmas time, so it's already the new year. Oh, and she's gone. Okay, interesting enough. But then the one thing that never changes. Good old Hawthorne. Granted, I'm not receiving any sort of weekly stuff from her, so she's not gonna say her voice line, but believe you me, she still says it. At the very least, as of like probably a month or so ago, she did. Basically, ever since Cyberpunk and a bunch of other games came out, with the new content, old games coming out with new content, new games coming out with new content.
Are you still
You
with
know,
us?
that kind of shit. Here I am, same old hunter, just way more higher level. Same old Celestial Nighthawk. Just slightly fancier now. I do have that one too, but there's something about that one that's just absolutely terrifying and amazing at the same time. So that would be why I keep that ornament on. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this one off here. So thank you to everyone seeing this in the future. My name has been Russian Juggernaut, and I will see you in the future. Peace. Say goodbye to bub friend. Friendly bub. Oh, friendly bub. Look at the bub. Oh, what a good bub.